Hi guys, I hope you're having a splendid day out there. Welcome! Today we are going to continue on the long list of weird things that Swedes do. What? Are there still weird things that Swedes do? Well, yes. There are a lot of weird things that we do in Sweden. And no, we haven't covered everything. So this is what this video is about. And if you're interested in learning what other weird stuff that Swedes do, I've done 3 other videos. At least one of them is gonna pop up here, and you will be able to watch it. But don't do that right now. We're gonna jump into this list. Let's do it now. Alright, so the first weird thing that we're going to talk about here today is week numbers. And what's weird about week numbers, you might ask? Well, when Swedes want to talk about something that will happen in the future, they will often refer to the week number that it's happening in, and not the actual date, which might lead to some confusing discussions sometimes, because not everybody knows which week number 31st of March is. With this said though, this isn't something that all Swedes do. We will reference normal regular dates as anyone else would. This mostly occurs when we're talking about specific periods of time. For example, we're talking about the Christmas break, or maybe the summer break, or when we're talking, for example, about the höstlov, or autumn break, which is the next topic on this list that I want to talk about. Which is all the weird breaks and holidays that we have here in Sweden. One of them wasn't that weird to me, but I realized that it's kind of weird when you think about it, when I researched this break. And it's the break that I just mentioned, called höstlov, or autumn break. This was a break that originally was called potatislov, or potato break. No, it's not, because we eat a lot of potatoes in Sweden. This break was introduced so that the kids could take a break from school to get home to the farm and help out with the potato picking potatoes off the acres, or the fields, or whatever it's called in English. This has transformed into höstlov, which is more of a regular break where you just have a time off. And when I say this break is basically only for people who attend school, and not for us poor people who work. Another weird break that we have here in Sweden is called sportlov, or sports break, which I'm not sure if it occurs in other countries. If it does, please tell me in the comment section down below. Sportlov was introduced in the Swedish calendar as a way of promoting outdoor activities. And this is a break that occurs in the early part of the year. So basically what people do during the sportlov is to ski, go down on pulka, or maybe they go ice skating. Sportlov has also become a perfect break for people to go abroad into the sun and visit warm countries instead. So I don't know how much that helps the outdoor activities, but maybe people do yoga and maybe do water aerobics. I don't know. Those are 2 of the weird breaks that we have. I know there are other weird breaks, but that's a little bit weird. Right? Another weird thing here in Sweden is the religion around seat numbers. I'm talking about seat numbers in theaters specifically. And these are sort of viewed upon religiously, almost in the same sense as the queues are, and the week numbers. If you enter a movie theater and you realize, oh, it's pretty empty in here, there's nobody else here but me, you will go onto your seat, row 5, seat 46. This is my seat. It's all empty, but I've got my seat. Then when the movie starts or something, yeah, sure, people will change seats if they realize that it's empty and you can just move around. But if you went into a movie theater and there's one dude sitting in row 5, seat 46, and you're like, that's my number, but he's the only one in the theater, the Swede will... This would probably not apply to everybody, but they would most likely go up to that person to say, hey, you're in my seat. Yes, the theater is empty, but you're in my seat. You gotta move. You gotta move. The next weird thing that we do here in Sweden is that we celebrate food. We have certain specific food celebration days. I know that this is present in other countries as well, but I would like to go through some of the weirder ones, or maybe perhaps the ones that are more or less related to Sweden. So starting off with the food celebration days, we have kanelbullens dag, or the cinnamon bun day. This is a day that occurs 4th of October in the autumn. Obviously, well, I didn't know why I said that. And this was introduced to celebrate the Swedish bun baking tradition. What you do is you eat cinnamon buns and you celebrate the good day. It's a good bun to have when you're having a fika, so I suppose that's the ultimate fika day. 4th of October, I suppose? Yes. But yes. Another weird food celebration day is Våffeldagen, or the Waffle Day. Yes, there's a waffle day. This is a day that is celebrated 25th of March. It was originally actually a Christian celebration day. Vårfrudagen, or Our Virgin Day. As you can hear, Vårfrudagen isn't that far away from Våffeldagen, so Vårfrudagen, so suddenly it became Våffeldagen. So nowadays, Våffeldagen has nothing to do with the Christian tradition that was. Then you eat waffles. It's a good thing if you like waffles. If you don't like waffles, then maybe that's not a good day for you. A traditional Swedish waffle, I don't know if this is traditional, but the most common one that you eat here in Sweden is you have a pretty thin waffle here in Sweden, about this thick. It's not like the American thick. Most people have is whipped cream and then some sort of jam on it. I would prefer a strawberry jam, but yes, that's Våffeldagen. And finally, another weird, and this is truly a weird celebration day, and this one is called, excuse me for my pronunciation, Första torsdagen i mars. That basically means the first Thursday in March, but spoken with a dialect, a Småland dialect. The dialect that they speak down in Småland. But anyways, this is a pretty recently created celebration day. And you celebrate it by eating a marzipan cake, or a massipantårta. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that. And I know there's gonna be a lot of Swedes out there saying, what? I've never heard about this Första torsdagen i mars. This celebration was invented on Facebook actually, only a couple of years back. And it was a guy from Småland, oh you could guess it. Apparently the creator of the group asked his aunt, what was the day that comes after the last of February? And she replied, Första mars. And this is a thing that's probably only funny in Swedish because in this specific dialect, our S becomes just S. It sounds a little bit funny to Swedes, and therefore this Facebook creator thought it would be a fun thing to add more to it. So he added Första torsdagen i mars. And of course you're gonna eat massipantårta as well. I don't know, it's really difficult to explain these Swedish phenomenons in Swedish. Hopefully it was somewhat understandable what happened there. But anyways, what we can conclude from all of that is that it's weird and it's Swedish, right? Alright guys, those were a few more weird things that we do here in Sweden. Hopefully you enjoy that. If you're maybe from Sweden, or maybe you've lived in Sweden, or you know something from Sweden that you feel is, god damn it, this is weird. Why do they do this? Or why do we do this? Please post that in the comment section down below, and we might have another sequel or threequel. I don't know what's the word for that. But anyways, we're gonna do a continuing on this one if you're interested in that. I hope you had a splendid time here together with me, because I had a splendid time together with you guys. And until the next time, I see you in your pretty faces. Have a splendid day. Bye.